The second trailer for the Black Phone 2 released not even a week ago, and I'm already obsessed with it. Let's break it down.
Have you heard of the grabber? I killed him.
I have heard of him, and you did kill him.
What happened?
Oh yeah, not to mention, if you haven't seen the Black Phone, there's gonna be there's already been a spoiler. The first 9 seconds already spoiled the entire movie for you. The entire first movie, but if you haven't seen the first movie, there's going to be a lot of spoilers in here, so if you don't like spoilers, then watch the first movie before you finish watching this breakdown. Before you watch the trailer for the movie, for that matter. So, disclaimer.
Have you heard of the grabber? I killed him.
And that's a really excellent shot from the first movie, right here. Well, he didn't have leaves behind him. That's the pose that he made in the basement when Finney tells him that he'll scream, that he'll scratch his face, and he's like, this face, and then does that exact pose that you see right there. But there's no leaves behind him, so I don't know where the leaves came from, but whatever, that's irrelevant.
I killed him.
Yes, you did kill him, and it was badass. I tell you, this guy right here, Mason Thames, and Madeline McGraw. Okay, anyone who knows the Black Phone knows that they played Finney Blake and Gwen Blake in the first Black Phone. They have grown up so crazy much. It is literally absurd. They were tiny in the first movie. They were literally twigs in the first movie. They were little dykes. They were children, and now they look like young adults. My only question that I want to get out of the way, where did Maddie's haircut come from for the movie? Because given where this movie is set, this is still set in the late 1900s, isn't it? I'm not an expert on the late 1900s, so I probably have no place to speak in this. But I'm just genuinely curious, where did her haircut come from? Like, I wouldn't assume that a young lady would wear her hair that short in the late 1900s, if that's where this movie is set, which I assume it is. But she makes it look good. She genuinely makes it look good. It did prevent me from recognizing her at first. Like, I was not convinced that it was still her in this movie until looking her up and confirming that it was her. But that's my only question, is where did the haircut come from?
What happened in that basement really changed it.
I also could be totally bluffing. Maybe some young women did wear their hair short in that time. Again, I was born in 2005. You think I'm an expert on the late 1900s? Yeah, what happened in that basement really did change him because he was kidnapped by a serial killer. Yeah, poor Finn, what he had to endure in that first movie, that was rough. Not even to mention what his dad went through. For those of you who remember the first movie, their dad was an abusive alcoholic to start with, and their mom died because she would have these dreams that felt so realistic that they drove her to her own death. And Gwen started having dreams, like dreaming of visions that led to her rescuing her brother, though it worried her dad at first because her dad didn't want that same fate for her, obviously. But he started out as a very abusive alcoholic, and that child abuse scene in the first movie is still super hard for me to watch. But I know it's fictional. I know it's formulated, set up. Like my therapist said, the fear is real, but the danger isn't, I think is what she said. But then he had turned around at the end of the movie, like when Finn and Gwen are in the ambulance truck covered in a blanket. Their dad sees them, comes over, and is just sobbing, breaking down in tears, saying, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and then just bows his head down in remorse. And I'm like, good man, you turned around, you've recognized the error of your ways. And according to the cast, he's in this movie as well, so I'm interested to see what part he'll play in all of this.
Finn, I had a bad dream.
Yeah, like that shot right there from the first trailer, right here. I did not recognize her at all at first. I recognize her better now, obviously. It's really mainly her face that I'm relying on for recognition. I assumed it was Madeline, but I did not recognize her at all at first when I first saw the trailer, so.
It was about missing kids.
Now, isn't that Simon Webster right there, this kid? Yeah, isn't that Simon Webster? No, that is not Simon Webster at all. I am so sorry. I mean, given his face is half burnt, but that's not Simon Webster. Simon Webster appears in this next shot, doesn't he? Yeah, right there. Isn't that him right there? Oh, poor kid. Everyone loves Simon Webster. He plays Ethan in From. I've only seen a few episodes of the show, but you only have to see one episode to know that he plays in the show. Brittany said it's probably going to be hard for her to watch this movie if Simon gets hurt in it. He clearly does, given this shot. Yeah. Poor guy. We love you!
It was just a dream.
Look at his face. You can tell he does not want to talk about this, obviously, because he's been petrified. He's been traumatized.
About a real place.
Okay, that is way more recognizable for some reason. Seeing her in that shot right there, I recognize her way better in that shot for some reason. Okay, I'm dwelling on this.
A youth camp.
But you can see the sheer excitement in her face as she says that.
It was just a dream.
About a real place.
And the way he whispers that, it's just a dream. He doesn't even put any specific volume or emphasis behind it. Just whispers, it's just a dream. Oh, Finny. Finny. Poor Finny.
Place. A youth camp.
Now, that poster was shown briefly in the first trailer, but I had no idea what the hell it had to do with the plot. But now I do know. They're going to travel to a youth camp. Alpine Lake Youth Camp. The cross on that poster implies that it's a Christian youth camp. Well, I like that, but what are they going to do with the Christian side of this? I don't know.
We have to go there.
That same old ringing sound we all know and love and hate at the same time. You know something's about to go down when you hear that phone ring.
Hello, Finny. You killed me.
See, I didn't even... how did I not realize that after all of the kids the grabber killed that entered into this, like, kind of second dimension, and they could use the phone to talk to Finny from, like, the dead dimension or whatever. How did I not perceive that this would happen, that the grabber would end up in the same spot? Of course he can access Finny now. Still, I should say, of course he can access Finny still through the phone. I feel like I should have seen this coming.
It took me a long time. But you of all people know.
Bro, the look in his face. Dude, he is not having it. He is petrified. He is crazy petrified.
All people know.
Bro, the training that Ethan Hawke went through to play this role as the grabber, and the way he makes his voice sound just so sinister and eerie and evil. I love it, and I'm weirded out by it at the same time.
But you of all people know that dead is just a word.
Now, I actually didn't understand this phrase at first, dead is just a word, but now I do because, well, this trailer helped me understand it better. But in this story, in this context, dead is just a word because when you die in this world, you just enter a secondary realm where you can still sort of access the living world through that telephone, kind of. It's almost like a poltergeist situation where when Maddie gets sucked into the ghost dimension, she's still in the house, but in the second dimension. If that, it's hard to paint that picture, so I won't try. But in this world, in this story, when you die, it doesn't mean that much. You're no longer in the living physical world. You're in, like, the dream dead world or whatever. Like, you can still do stuff to people and to things, but... oh, gosh. Yeah. That's the best I can explain it. It doesn't mean much when you die in this world. You can still do things, and in this case, the grabber is messing with Gwen in her sleep. Bro, Finny is about to go all Liam Neeson on this sucker once again. Wait, is Finny even here? That ain't no Finney right there. Is Finney even here? Wow. Finney isn't even... Oh, because he's trying to make his way over. I take it back. I revoke my statement. But dude, that is trippy. Because she's interacting with him in her dream. And it's appearing like this in real life. Because she's in her dream, like she's sleepwalking, and he attacks her in her dream. But it renders like that in the world of the... Why is it so hard for me to articulate this stuff? I don't like it. But y'all get what's happening. And he can see very clearly what's going on in the dream world and real world. He's just getting a kick out of this. This October 17th. And like I said, I really love that icy text they're using. I love that. Very different from the text used in the trailer for the first movie, where it was just a black, like, gray smoky background with rough gray text appearing on top.
Quinn, wake up! Wake up!
Bro, is she still in her dream in that shot? Look at her. She just has no response, just a blank, shocked face. Is she still in her dream? Trying to, like, get her out of her daze or something?
This place. You brought us here for a reason.
Oh, wow. I didn't even mean to pause so perfectly on this shot. That is, I apologize. That is gruesome. He clearly did bring you here for a reason. And it'll be nice to know what that reason is when I go and see the movie. I can tell 100% that is Simon right there. Yeah. So Simon does get hurt. Our boy Ethan does get hurt. Every single shot of Finney's face is just a shocked, scared, or pissed off face. Like all hell is breaking loose in his mind. He thought he escaped the clutches of the grabber for good, but no, it's just getting started.
Nothing burns like the cold.
Oh my gosh, that is not going to be fun to watch. Oh, I don't want it. I don't even want to describe what I think he's doing. Oh my gosh. But dude, the look on her face when he says nothing burns like the cold. Look at her face. Oh my gosh. Oh no. And the way he just screams Gwen. Because there's nothing he can do about it. He's not there. Oh, no. There's a comment on this trailer that says, if Maddie gets, like, seriously hurt in any way in this movie, we're going to have some real issues. It said something like that. I can't remember the exact wording. But it implied a tone of upsetness if Maddie gets really hurt in this movie. And I agree. I agree with that statement. That's why the child abuse scene in the first movie was so hard to watch. How are they just standing there? What the hell? How are they not more in shock? That's weird, bro. That's funky.
How the tables do turn.
Thing is, the tagline text in this trailer, I like how it's consistent with the other, because with the first trailer, you saw some clips like got the trailer going and then it says this October, and then go on for like a minute later, and then near the end, more text on screen saying Ethan Hawke, and then the rest of the trailer finishes before it's over. So this is following the same like paced formula with where specifically that text was placed throughout the sequence of the trailer. Now, I did tell Brittany before that I wish there was more tagline text in the trailer to give like more context of what's happening, and she said that's fair, but studios sometimes don't do that to avoid giving away too much for the movie. And actually, in this case, I like that there's not any more tagline text in the trailer other than this October and Ethan Hawke, but it doesn't say anything else. I like that. It's leaving it like perfectly ambiguous. It's like the clips kind of make the trailer speak for themselves. Whereas with the first trailer, all the tagline text that said every voice is a victim, every connection is a clue, every call is a lifeline. You needed that to understand like how all of this works, but now they can just let the clips speak for themselves.
How the tables do turn.
What do you think happens when you...
Look at that right there. There's Simon right there! In the yellow jacket. Oh my gosh. The way they're like trying to get his attention or something.
think happens when you die in a dream?
So you're about to go Freddy Krueger on her now.
It's time to find out.
Just that shot on her eyes, bro. Oh gosh, I love eerie imagery like that.
It's time to find out.
Does he rip off a part of his face or something? What's happening there? I apologize in advance, but can we just pause on this shot right here? Oh my Christ, have mercy. It looks like he did rip off a chunk of his face. Oh. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And the upside down cross. Wonder what's gonna go down. Maybe some possession sort of deal. Now, the upside down cross hints to something demonic that might happen in this movie for me, but I can tell there's slightly more supernatural play here because in the first movie, the only supernatural play or magical play or whatever you want to call it was the past victims talking to Finney through the phone and helping him out, and you could like see the kids on the screen like where they were in the second dimension as they were talking to Finney, but he couldn't see them because he's in the living world, and they were physically doing stuff with him, helping him escape, but he couldn't see them. But that was all it is. And in this case, the grabber is not only communicating with Finney through the phone, he's messing with Gwen in her dreams and in real life. Like, as he's hurting her in her dreams, that's like translating into real life, as you saw in the clips here. That is trippy. That's honestly going to be really cool and fun to watch. Not to watch Gwen get hurt, but to like see what's going on. Wow. Only in theaters October 17th. Let's go. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that they released a second trailer for this movie. And that's all we get. See you guys in theaters. And until next time.